He was once a charismatic prosecutor in South Korea. During an investigation, someone threw him off the 80th floor. But instead of dying, he unexpectedly traveled back in time to when he was 19 years old. Reborn with a second chance, the very first thing he wanted to do was save his parents who had died in a car accident. Seeing his young face in the mirror, he touched it in disbelief. Suddenly, a thought struck him. He rushed home as fast as he could. Standing at the familiar front door, memories of his past self came flooding back. His parents had always been too busy with work to spend time with him, and he'd become a rebellious teenager because of it. They barely had time to tell him to eat before hurrying out the door again. That morning, he didn't eat at all. He went straight to his part-time job at a convenience store. His phone suddenly rang. On the other end came the devastating news. His parents had died in a car crash. He sat frozen in front of their funeral altar. Back in the present, he reached for the doorknob, hoping this time things could be different. When he stepped inside, the house was silent. He called out loudly for his mom, but no one answered. He slumped to the floor in despair, and just then, his mother walked out from one of the rooms. Seeing his parents alive again, the ones who had died 5 years ago, he threw his arms around his mother, overcome with emotion. His parents were confused, not understanding what had gotten into their son. Now, every morning before work, he made sure to walk them to the door and open it for them. As he watched them leave, he smiled brightly. There was still so much he needed to do. Determined to fight against the corrupt powers of the chaebol, he started going on morning runs after breakfast. After graduating high school, he signed himself up for extra classes. This time, he was determined to study hard. He paid close attention in class, and even studied during meals. Then came May 18th, the day his parents had died in his past life. That night, he begged them to take the next day off work, to just rest at home. But his mother refused, saying they needed to save more money. After all, they'd needed to find him a wife someday. He knew he couldn't stop them. He waited outside the factory where they worked, ready to walk them home. The three of them strolled together, happy. Jack made sure to walk on the outside, shielding his parents with his own body. Suddenly, a car sped toward them. Jack instinctively blocked his parents, but the car just passed by. He began to relax, until a second car came barreling straight at them. He shoved his parents out of the way, and jumped aside himself. The car smashed into a barrier. Jack dropped to his knees, crying, regretting that he hadn't pushed them even farther away.